was a good decision because I'm helping them because they can't work right now. So I'm the only one like providing like help for them. So yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, same here. I'm also the one working for
Do you have any
the.
other? Oh, sorry. I hope hopefully this is not a really
No
personal
worries.
question.
Yeah.
Have any other job besides this?
I'm a copy editor.
Oh, really? I
Yes.
wanted to be that some time ago. It's like translating or just.
It's like, making corrections to articles. If
Okay,
there
okay.
are some grammar errors. So, and then there's a specific style guide for each journal. So
Mm,
sometimes they follow MLA, APA, Chicago, whatever editing guide or
mm.
style. So yeah, you need to follow the style guide first when you're making the corrections.
That seems really interesting.
If you're familiar with the, copy editing symbols, well,
I
I
think I have seen
back
them,
in
but
high
I'm not really
school, I
sure.
had my
Mhm.
journalism class and we
Oh, really?
did this a lot. Yeah, that's how
So you have
you.
like really interesting symbols there. So you use them and you like you read an article and you start like drawing some symbols there or what?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Usually in red
like
ink.
yeah, I think it's really cool. Well, uh, when I was deciding what was going to be my career when I
Mm-hmm.
was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I was like really conflicted because there were many choices, right? And one of them was technology. Well, I think I always have liked technology since I was a kid, but also I wanted to play the guitar because at that time I was like trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm a really cool guy that plays the guitar and stuff like that. But no, I don't have a really good talent for music, but at that time that was something that I wanted to do. And also philosophy, I really like philosophy, and I want to be I wanted to be a writer.
Mm.
At the time, I used to read a lot of books. I haven't read pretty much anything in the past year, but yeah, at that time I was really like into that, right? So there were many things that I was really interested, and I was trying to learn a lot of that sort of things, right? And also, I spent a really good amount of time trying to learn, trying to practicing my. Oh, how do you say that? Do you have like when you write your things
Calligraphy?
calligraphy exactly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I used to have a lot of beautiful pens, and I was like, oh, I can write my name in a really beautiful manner.
Oh, I see. So it seems that you're into the humanities. I never
Yeah,
imagined that someone who's in the sciences or technology would be into those
yeah,
sort of
yeah, and
things.
also usually that kind of people or even my friends are like, nah, that doesn't matter. It's just humanities and stuff like that, right? But no, I really like to learn anything I can as
Oh,
long as
nice.
it's interesting to me. I think it's a good.
You mentioned that you taught before.
Yeah, but it was technology, and it was like 2 years ago.
No
Yeah,
wonder, yeah.
yeah, I love to teach. Well, I'm kind of good at teaching. Not as good as you, probably, but
So embarrassing.
so close.
Oh, I see. Well, what made you want to teach?
What would make me want to teach? Sorry.
Yeah, like
Um,
why did you teach before?
well, it was. I think it was interesting because
Mhm.
before that, I had a lot of anxiety, I would say. So whenever I was in front of a lot of people, in front of a crowd, uh, it was really, really difficult for me to say
Mhm.
something uh,
Stage fright.
meaningful or yeah, exactly.
Mm, mm-mm.
So yeah, it was really difficult for me, and I remember my first day in the class. It
Mhm.
was like my leg was actually shaking because I was really nervous. And actually, one of the kids recognized that, and he said something like, "That dude, he's afraid." Something like that. I don't remember the exact. But yeah, I was really, really afraid. But yeah, with just a few days or a few weeks, and I feel really confident. So yeah, I think
Nice.
that was something good for me at least. I think it was a good experience, and I really like to teach. And I never took it really seriously. Seriously,
Mm-mm.
obviously, I wanted the kids to learn, right? But I was not very strict. I was just like every what. Sorry for, I'm thinking a lot of things,
No
but
worries.
yeah, some of the well, the most difficult part was preparing everything before the class, right? Because I didn't want to be like those teachers that doesn't give you anything. So I wanted to
Mm-mm.
prepare everything, and I spent most of the day trying to have everything ready. But when I was giving the class, it was like I don't know, it was not natural for me. I'm not good at it. It was
Wow.
just easy.
Cool.
Yeah. You don't have
Well,
that like anxiety when at first when you started doing this kind of stuff.
definitely yes, but there's a big difference since this is, distance learning. There's a
Yeah,
big
well,
difference. Yeah.
you're actually I think the Philippines is in the other side of the world, right? At least
Mhm.
compared to Mexico, it's really
Yes.
difficult. And one of the good things about I suppose is that you're not going to see that person again, right? So you can say something like weird, and it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, but well, I
Or
was
what's the
saying
difference between that? I don't.
between Mexicans
No,
and
no, no.
what do
I
you mean?
mean, like, what's the difference between being in that same room and giving the class online? Or for you at least, why
Mm,
you don't get like very anxious, or what's?
classroom management is one of the, huge differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, between online learning or remote learning and yeah, like one-on-one, or I mean like physical classes, because
Yeah, yeah.
it's very different. You need to shout, you need to assert yourself, you need to
Yeah, yeah,
get
that
their
was one of the
attention.
most difficult things for me. I'm not like really good at like how do you say that? I'm not really good at saying things like "Hey, you, stop it," or I don't know. How do you say
Me
that?
too.
Like, yeah,
um
I'm not
Scold.
scold exactly. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I'm not really good at scolding. I'm just like, "Hey, hey, can you please?"
Me too. That's
Yeah,
why.
great.
Yeah, too bad. But
Yeah,
there are some, teachers who are very good at it, and
yeah,
they become like, dinosaurs
yeah. Some of
in the
them.
classroom.
Yeah, actually, I remember that some stories of my students that they told me that the previous teacher before me, they locked him in a room, and the teacher was like, "Hey, let me go, let me out. I want to be here," or something like that. And I
They
think he
lock
cried.
the teacher?
Yeah, but actually, he was a man. He was really well. He was. How can I say this? Yeah, well, he was not a young man, right? He was a really old person. Well, not really old. It
Mm,
was just like in his
middle
50s, probably.
age. Uh-huh.
Middle age, exactly.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, it was really weird, but I don't know what happened.
That's too bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
well,
wanted
I think
to,
it was kind of
especially
weird.
teaching in a college or senior high, but
Oh,
I've
sorry, you
never
want
really
to do
tried.
that or?
I wanted to teach like
Oh,
in
okay, okay.
college or
In college.
senior
Mhm.
high, but I've never really, yeah, given it much thought. Yeah.
Well, the good thing is that now you can give your classes and you're not the lockdown doesn't prevent you from doing that, right? So
Yes.
I think you have a really good like position, I would say,
Not
or a really
really.
good.
It's just that I have a lot of experience teaching.
Okay. Well, yeah. But the good thing is that you can keep working, right? I mean,
Yes.
you're not affected by the
I know,
pandemic.
right? It's the other way around. Like my students tripled.
Tripled?
tripled. Yeah, the number
What does that mean?
of my
Oh, really?
students
Oh,
tripled
yeah.
because,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, I'm one of them, right? I think it's because of this.
you're one of them. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe because people just have a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think I really like this approach, right? I think I'm learning. I think I'm learning more than in the classes that I have had before. I used to have a teacher also here in Berkeley, but
Mhm.
I had like 10 classes with him, but I didn't really like the way, or even well, he I don't know. It was not as good as you.
That's so embarrassing. Well,
So you have
obviously.
many. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah,
Go
no
ahead.
worries. I was saying that I still have a lot to learn. Like, I
Yeah, well,
really, yeah,
everybody.
wanna improve my,
Mhm.
well, teaching methods. So currently, I'm taking up like an online course at
Mhm.
Coursera, if you know Coursera.
Oh yeah, I also have
Yes.
plenty of courses. Well, in Udemy, but I think it's pretty much the same, right? I have
Mm-hmm.
like 20 courses that I haven't completed yet. Even
Udemy,
I also have one of psychology because I really like that. Well, it's not
psychology.
psychology area.
Uh,
It's mindfulness meditation. I don't know if you know anything about meditation.
from Udemy or from
Yeah, from
Coursera?
Udemy.
Oh, I see. Well, I just wonder if, because I think the main difference between Udemy and Coursera is that
Hmm.
Coursera courses are mainly designed by universities,
Oh,
but
really?
I think for Udemy is by individuals.
Yeah, I think everybody can makes their own courses and they can publish them there, and just people like pay for them. And yeah, it's like any other kind of platform. But I didn't know that Coursera is more like academic, right?
Yes, it's more
Oh,
academic.
okay, okay.
Like
So what are you
currently,
learning?
yeah,
Oh, sorry.
TESOL. If you know TESOL,
No, no.
teaching English as a second, I don't know, teaching English to speakers of other languages.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about that. So,
Hmm.
have you ever had a student that doesn't speak any English, like at all?
Zero English?
Yeah, I suppose it must be really difficult, right? Since,
Yeah,
well,
I
obviously,
had to
maybe
speak Japanese. Well, and
Japanese.
you know, like the basic phrases.
Okay, okay. So your
Yeah.
Japanese is really good. It's like,
I used to, like, I could write
mm,
before, but I stopped. I
oh
took
yeah,
some courses
oh
at
yeah,
an academy before, yeah.
yeah. I
Well, how
remember
about
that
you?
you told me
Apart from English and Mexican, is that how you call your language?
Spanish.
Ah,
It's a Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's almost the same as Tagalog, right? Well, it
Yeah.
has really similar structure, right?
Hmm. It does. Apart from those languages, can you speak any other language?
Well, I was trying to learn like French, and actually that was the
Mm.
same time that I was trying to learn the API, well, no, IPA, right?
Oh,
English phonetic
okay.
alphabet, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
French has a lot of vowels and like different sounds, and
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
didn't know how to pronounce any of them, so I was trying to learn like that. But no, it was too much for me, and I didn't even know English as good as I know it now.
I see. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's a good goal to somehow, well, to at least learn the basic phrases in foreign language.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would really love to learn something about linguistics. It's just that I don't have enough time, and I really need to practice my own
Yeah.
things about technology and all that stuff. But yeah, I think it's really, really interesting. It's something of my, I don't know, it's one of my wishes. I don't know
Yeah,
how to say that.
actually, I'm into programming languages.
Really? So do you know anything about programming?
Well, well, just a few basic stuff, but not really. I was able to do a little bit of, I forgot. How do you call that when you're building a website and then there's this, black, sort of. window that pops up and then you
Oh, yeah,
write the
yeah.
codes. I forgot,
Yeah,
how do you
okay.
call that?
Well, we call that terminal, but I'm not sure if that's the word you're
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
right?
I've built several websites in the past on
Oh, really?
Amazon, and right now I've hosted my website on Bluehost.
Oh, do you have a website?
So it's very easy
I'm going to
because
search for
just
it.
one click, but it's more challenging on
Oh,
AWS,
so
but
did you do it by yourself? I
by
mean, did you
myself,
write everything or?
thanks
Oh,
to
okay.
the internet and YouTube.
So you're like really proactive, right? You like to learn new stuff and that's kind of
Yeah,
thing,
I
right?
enjoy learning, but I find it complicated. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah.
it's kind of similar, right? If, for
Mhm.
example, it's actually like a language. When you don't know anything about it, it's like, what does it mean? And then you remember that, for example, there are many specific words for the programming language. I don't know, for example, integer, for example. I think you're aware of that one, right? And you don't know at first
Integral,
what it, no, integer, like integer or
integer, uh,
integer. Oh,
uh,
I have pronounced that incorrectly my whole life. Yeah,
integer.
integer,
The
integer,
IPA is this. Okay, let me type it in. G.
integer. Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
What
yeah,
about?
you start learning like a new word, a new word of the programming language. In this case, integer, and then you remember it for a moment, and then the next time you want to use it, it's like, what does that mean? I suppose it's the same as in a real language. For
Yeah.
example, when I was trying to learn like French, I was like, oh yeah, that's how you say water. And the next time was like, yeah. No, it was really, really difficult. That's why I just stick to English.
Well, my friend tells me to, learn Java, but I don't know why. Like,
Well, actually,
is it
it's
really that
one of the,
important?
it's not like the most important, but it's one of the most popular, right? So
Ah.
if you want to get a job in in the real world,
Mhm.
there are many languages, but one of the most popular and the one of the most required by the industry is Java. So I think if you learn Java, you're going to get more like opportunities, right, to get a job. But yeah.
Oh, no wonder. But what's the newest programming language now?
Ooh, there are many. There are many.
Really?
Yeah, there
Hmm.
go. Well, I don't even remember because I don't know them.
Mm-mm.
It's like learning a new language, right? Because maybe you know about them, but if you want to get good at them, it's like you have to spend hours and hours and hours, and then you think you know it, and it's like, and then a problem comes that you don't know how to solve, and it's, oh, I don't know, I don't know anything about it. But
I
yeah, it's like sticking to it and trying to learn everything you can and like doing it every day. But I think it's the same as learning Tagalog
Mm.
or English or any other language.
I see. Well, any recommendations for beginners?
Um,
Like
can you say that again? Sorry.
do you have any recommendations for beginners?
Any recommendations? I
Like,
would say,
websites where you could practice and learn.
well, I have a few courses in Udemy,
Hmm.
but I don't remember exactly how I learned. But I think that for your case, at least,
Hmm.
since, well, I'm not sure if you're the kind of person that likes to do something like more visual.
Hmm.
Um, if you want to do like a website with colorful or like
Nice.
more, I don't know how to say it, but if you want to do things that move in the screen, I think
Hmm.
that the best language for it would be JavaScript. It's
Mm.
different because
Uh,
there's the language Java, and then there is JavaScript, which it doesn't have anything to do with the first one, with Java, but they have a really similar name. I don't know why, but yeah, I would say JavaScript would be the best approach.
oh, I see. Yeah, thanks for that.
Yep.
So, all right. Anyways,
Mhm.
since you mentioned that you've been getting some nightmares, I'm quite curious about
Mhm.
what your dreams are about. So, yeah, why don't we try this one? It's a bit short. So, let's see. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Let's
The
try.
title is COVID affecting your dreams?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, for
Sorry,
you,
do you want me
personally.
to? Okay. Okay. So
Personally,
personally,
does COVID affect your dreams?
oh yeah, yeah. It affects my. Actually, I read that one. Well, do you remember that the first time, the first class, the like the test class that we have,
Mm-hmm.
like I think it was on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
You told me to read an article from there, right?
Yes.
And I saw that one and I thought,
Yeah.
oh, that's interesting.
Oh,
And
okay. Mhm.
let me just, I forgot to bring water, sorry.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, sure. So, yes, let's just preview some of the words here.
Mhm.
So, yeah, you've mentioned anxiety. Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
So,
Are these familiar words?
well, the first one, isolation. Yeah, it's my
Mhm.
current situation right now. Second one is anxiety, which I also have a little bit,
Anxiety.
a
Yeah.
little bit.
Mhm.
Anxiety.
It's not an S sound, but
Oh,
it becomes a Z sound. So that's one of the
okay.
pronunciation rules. So when an S,
Mhm.
sound precedes like, a voiced sound. Like after the S, there's a voiced sound.
Mhm.
All right. So it becomes a Z.
Okay, voice
Becomes
down.
Z. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's really difficult for me because in Spanish, the S
It's
and the
S,
Z
right?
are pronounced exactly the same, right?
I know.
So yeah, I'm aware of it, but really, really difficult.
For example, we
Anxiety,
have, yes, that's it.
Z,
Business, right?
business. Yeah.
So it precedes a, consonant sound, which is
Mhm.
N. So the S, yeah, transforms into a Z.
Okay, so every time that the next like syllable
Mhm.
is like a
Voiced.
vowel, or what's the meaning of voice?
Voice means, there's more vibration and it's heavier. All
Okay,
right.
okay.
And most consonants are voiced.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I get that. Is it the same as a closed
For example,
vowel and an open
um,
vowel?
close and weak vowel.
Yeah. Is that same
Close
or?
and weak vowel. What do you mean?
Well, I remember that E A.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, no. I think that was something that I learned some time ago. That when
I.
you open your mouth,
Mm-mm.
it's an open vowel, and when you make your mouth small, it
Mm-hmm.
becomes like a weak vowel. But I'm not sure about that. So no, I don't remember that. Sorry.
Ah.
So you were.
Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
basically, vowel sounds are voiced. All
Mhm.
vowel sounds are voiced.
Okay.
So, like E, there's like more vibration when you
Mhm.
pronounce them. What I mean by voiced sound is that it's heavier
Mhm.
and there's more vibration. For example, this is voiceless.
Mhm.
F,
Oh, okay, okay,
but V,
okay. Mhm.
same position of the mouth, but it's heavier and it's
Mhm.
louder. There's more vibration.
Okay, okay.
V.
I think I get it now.
Okay. So there's
The
this
only.
tickling,
Mhm.
the air tickles
Yeah.
your mouth or your lips when
I'm.
you produce V.
Yeah, I'm going to try to remember that because I'm pretty sure that when I need to do that in the real life, I'm going to forget it. But yeah, I'm going to try to practice it. It's like,
Until it becomes a natural part of,
Mhm.
your system. Okay.
Yeah,
So, all right. Do you agree or disagree with this title?
yeah, totally. I agree
Mhm.
completely.
Oh, what sort of dreams are you having lately? Would you mind telling me?
Yeah, yeah. Let me try to remember them because
Mhm.
usually when I wake up, like I remember everything about my dreams. They are really vivid, right? But
Mm.
as soon as the day start like going on, I start to forget like all the details. So
Yeah.
today, let me try to remember. I think I was on a store, but I don't remember what was I buying. Mm, and I remember that someone was, yeah, I think I escaped the school or something like that. Well, how do you say that when you don't attend to the skip, right?
Skip classes. Yeah.
Skip classes, yeah. I think it was something like that. I'm just starting to remember a lot of things. But yeah, well, that was what I dreamed today. And also the other day, I dreamed that I was at the beach, and I was near. Well, I got a room in a hotel like that was really close to the beach, and I noticed that the water was starting to spill through the window, and I was like becoming really anxious because I thought that I was going to drown. But yeah, it's something like that, really surreal
Oh.
kind of things.
Like, I
Yeah,
wonder, why are you getting these dreams lately?
I think it's probably because I want to go to the beach, but
Oh.
yeah, yeah, I haven't had the opportunity in a while. Do you
I
in
know, right?
Philippines? I think also. Sorry, I just
No worries.
remember
Yeah.
some news, but last year you had like a hurricane, right? In the Philippines, it was really huge.
We always have hurricanes.
Well, yeah, typhoons, right? You call them typhoons.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that last year was something really, really powerful, like north of Manila. But I don't remember exactly what was the circumstances.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it because yeah, every time there,
Yeah,
like every year there are, these huge typhoons. So I kind of forget the
yeah.
names already. But yeah,
Do you, I'm sorry. I think I always try. I always like stop thinking about that and
no,
start like imagining a lot of things that are
no
not related to the
worries.
current conversation. But
No worries. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
have
It's
you
okay.
traveled a lot in like?
Abroad?
Have you
Not
been in a
really.
different countries like Thailand or
Well, only
Cambodia?
one
I would
country.
really love to travel to Cambodia. Which
Oh,
one?
how come?
Well, I like Angkor Wat or Angkor Wat.
Mm,
I'm not sure if that's the way you pronounce it,
I
but
see.
yeah, I watched a movie a long time ago that was about. It was a Hong Kong movie, and they
Mm,
traveled at the end of the movie. They traveled to Angkor Wat, and I don't know. It feels like really magic. I'd love to travel there.
nice. Oh,
So, oh, sorry. Go
oh,
ahead.
no worries. I've been to South Korea before, but only one
Oh
country.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How about you?
Nothing at all. I've never been outside my
I
state actually.
see.
Yeah, I'd love to travel more, but I haven't had the opportunity yet.
Thanks to COVID.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like nearly impossible to go abroad now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd love to travel to. Well, there are many places in Asia that
Mhm.
I like to visit. I like to travel to Manila to take some delicious halo halo. I think that was the name.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to travel to Bora Bora. Do you know it?
Boracay?
No, Bora. It's there are some islands in.
Ah, okay, I got
I
it.
think it's near Hawaii or
Ah, nice. Oh,
yeah.
cool.
That's
It's
beautiful,
like
but really, really
Maldives.
expensive. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
There are many places that I like to visit,
Yeah.
and yeah. How about South Korea? Do you recommend it?
It's a nice place. Actually, Japan and South Korea have a lot of similarities. And the streets are crowded but clean. And there's a lot of skyscrapers in the
Oh yeah,
city,
yeah.
especially
It
Seoul.
was yeah, yeah. That's going
Mm,
to.
a
Actually, I don't
lot
know how
of
to pronounce it, and my name it's even worse. It's really difficult for me.
I know we say Saul, right?
Yeah, it's in Spanish it's Saul, but
It's
most of the English
Saul,
speakers
yeah.
pronounce it like Saul. And
Yeah.
how do you pronounce Seoul? Well, the capital
Seoul.
of South Korea.
Seoul.
Seoul. Seoul.
Like
Okay.
Seoul. Seoul, Korea.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Seoul, Korea. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, I'd
it.
like to. Actually,
Mm-mm.
one of my friends went to Japan like some time ago, and he brought me this. I don't know what it means, but it's a really
Mm.
interesting thing. I don't know what.
Oh, sorry, I can't
Can you
see
see
it.
it?
It's
Oh, sorry.
not okay. What was that?
It says, oh, well, Owakaduni,
What's that?
Owakudani.
What's that?
Oh, it's like how do you say the thing in which you place your keys?
Key
Like
holder.
key holder, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a key holder, and it has. I think it's from Spring Waters. I think that's the name.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Japan, and it has a lot of interesting symbols written on it, but I don't know what it means.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
nice.
I
What's
try.
it made of?
I think it's like some kind of metal, but I'm not sure which one.
Mm,
But it looks really, really solid.
nice.
I wanted to go
Ah.
with them to Japan, but
Hmm.
I'm not really. They are like really anime fans, but really, really, I like Studios Ghibli and all that kind of things, and I kind of like the style of everything, the chibi style. I think that's the name.
Mm-mm.
But
Yeah.
they are like really fanatics of that, and they speak Japanese and dress like anime characters.
Yeah.
And I'm not like that much into it.
Yeah. Anime, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Well, too bad. But definitely you're welcome to the Philippines because there's over 7,000 islands here and you could go
Oh, yeah,
island
yeah, yeah. A
hopping.
lot of yeah, yeah. I love to go there and to know
Hmm.
all the places that. What's the what would you say it's the most beautiful place in the Philippines?
A lot of people say Boracay.
Boracay.
Yes,
Hmm, it
this
looks really
one.
nice.
And what I love the most about this beach is the sand because the sand is, as fine as powder. And
Oh,
when I
really?
saw a lot of foreigners, especially East Asians and even, Western people, they put the sand all over their bodies. They apply the sand
All over the bodies.
all over their bodies because
Like
that's how fine it
they
is.
all over the bodies. I don't. Oh, okay, okay,
And like,
okay. Yeah.
that sort of thing. It's like powder. The texture is powdery.
Have you been there?
Yes, I've been
Yeah.
here
Oh.
and yeah, it's really the sand. I love it. Well, I don't know. I can't
Is
really
there a lot of
explain it.
people? Is like
They say these are dead corals, so that's why it's very fine.
really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And also, I think, well, I'm not sure, but I think in the Philippines there are a lot of volcanoes. I'm not sure if that's true.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
You're close to the Java, Krakatoa, and that's
Yes, that's in Indonesia, right?
Indonesia, right? And
Mm.
the Philippines is near Indonesia, right?
Yes, that's why we have a lot of
Yeah,
typhoons and earthquakes.
yeah.
We're on the ring of fire. And this one just
Oh, yeah, yeah.
exploded this January. So it's a volcano in
Hmm?
an island, in a
Hmm?
lake, and
Oh, yeah, yeah, and
this
yeah, I have
one.
seen that before. It's the Krakatoa,
Yes.
right?
No,
Yeah,
it's not the
I've seen that.
Krakatoa. It's Taal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is that one in the Philippines? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that one before. That it's a really
Oh,
small island within
mhm.
the crater of a volcano, within an island, within the sea,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
You know
yeah, it
well.
looks really, really. Yeah, I think I saw a meme about that like some years ago, but yeah, I cannot remember that.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
interestingly, it exploded before COVID.
really,
Yes.
a lot of things going on, right?
Right. So we already got our masks before COVID.
A mask. Oh, so there
Masks.
were a lot of
N95
ashes
masks.
in the air.
Yes, it reached
Oh,
Manila. It's south of Manila. It's like 200 kilometers, 200, 300, no, 200 kilometers away from Manila. But still, yeah, there was a lot of ashes. around the city.
Yeah, I
Mm.
think that was a good thing for you. Well, a good thing because at least you already had the mask, right? And I'm not
Mm.
able to get any N95 here in Mexico. They are like all sold out and no, no way to get them.
Yeah. Good thing we already bought some.
Yeah. Oh, so
Mm.
you have them. I read some article like when this COVID thing started that
Mm.
said something like that you can reuse those masks if you heat them in an oven. I'm not
Which
sure if
one?
that's true, but the N95. So if you place them in an oven at really high temperatures, uh, it's like you can use them as many times as you want. Or well, I'm not sure if as many times, but I think like at least 10 or 20 times. I think something like that. I don't remember.
Wow.
So you use them once and throw it away, or do you reuse them?
Well, N95, I wasn't really able to get them. I got a lot of surgical masks though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have plenty of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about in your country? Are there any interesting sites or, tourist destinations?
Well, there are a few interesting places. For example,
Mhm.
there is Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta. I'm not sure
Where
why
was
I'm
that?
pronouncing that. Yeah, Puerto Vallarta.
Like this?
No, it's with a V. Sorry,
V.
Vallarta. V.
Va.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Puerto Vallarta.
Ah,
Yeah, that one.
okay.
That's
Because
the
your
closest one to my.
L becomes a Y. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Vallarta.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I always forget that. Yeah, that's really well. It's like 2 hours from my, or probably 3 hours from my city. And oh, I actually love that one. That
Really?
there is an island in the fifth one, fifth
Where?
video that was
Oh, sorry.
in your previous screen. No, no worries.
Okay. This one? This one.
Yeah, that one.
Marietas.
Yeah,
That's the name of my mom.
Marietas Island. Really?
Yeah,
It looks
Marieta.
like a Spanish name, right? It's it's
We have a
funny
lot
how
of
the
Spanish
names are like
names.
really really
Yes.
similar. Yeah. Actually, your name is Sarina, right? Well,
Zarina,
your full
yeah.
name.
Yes.
It sounds like from Russian, right? Kind of
Yes.
like Russian, like
Uh-huh.
Tsar. Is that where
Tsar.
it comes from? Tsar,
Yes.
exactly.
Tsar.
Oh, that's interesting. Tsar.
Tsarina.
Yeah.
But Tsar
Sarina.
is the emperor. But
Yeah, yeah.
Tsarina, it's the empress.
Oh, I didn't know
This is the
that.
real spelling of my name. But
Sarina.
when
And
romanized, it becomes this. Actually,
okay,
yeah.
okay. With a Z, right?
Mm-mm, yes.
So how do you pronounce that in your language?
Zarina, yeah.
Sarina, but with an English accent, or
No, not really.
how do
A
you
lot of
pronounce it? Like
Filipinos have
Sarina? Or?
trouble saying my name. So I used to hate my name.
Really? But it's kind of well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's common in your country, but I think it sounds really cool.
Quite common, but well, not that common compared to, Anna or Jessica,
Hmm?
but I hate it because a lot of my
Really?
teachers had trouble saying it out loud.
Oh, really? I thought it was like really
Like
common.
because
And
Filipino is very syllabicated and they
yeah,
tend
yeah.
to, pronounce each letter.
Sarina.
So a lot say Charina, Zarina, Serena. So
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm asking. Well, I want to pronounce your name like correctly, so
Zarina, za.
Zarina.
So with a
Okay, okay.
silent C.
So
Yeah.
it's not like Zarina, Zarina, right? It's
That's it.
just Zarina.
Zarina. Yeah.
Okay,
Not
okay.
Karina.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, in which city do you live in?
it's called Guadalajara.
G?
Guadalaj. G. Yeah, exactly. D instead of L. Yeah, exactly like Guadalupe, but instead of
Really?
Guadalupe, Guadalajara. Yeah. Yeah, that
We
one.
do have
Mhm.
Guadalupe here in
Yeah,
Manila.
I actually think it comes from the Spanish people, right? Because
Yes.
they brought like religion. Now,
Mm.
actually, I have seen that you also have like in how do you say Easter week, or how do you
Yes,
say that?
we have
You
that
have a
too.
lot of the customs that we have here,
Like
like people walking
Quaresma
on the street.
or what
Exactly that. Yeah,
else? Penitencia.
yeah, exactly. It's almost the same here. You have the same thing here. And also we have like some kind of stages on the street. Well, how do you say
Mm-hmm.
that? It's not a
Yes.
stage, but it's like
Saint. Like a saint
yeah, like
statue.
people walking on the streets on Quaresma
Ah,
with crosses and everything, right?
like a not quite
I
similar to
forgot
a
what was.
parade, but like more solemn.
Yeah, exactly.
Parade,
Well, we call them
procession.
procession, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it looks
similar.
really, it's almost the same. I have seen some videos about that in Philippines, and I think it's,
Mm.
if you tell me if that's in Mexico, I would say, oh yeah, it's Mexico.
Right. So
Yeah.
you live in Guadalajara. Tell me about this city. How do you like
Well,
it? Mm.
it's good. There are many good things about it, but I don't know. I think that there could be more, right? One of the good things that we have is we have an annual fair of books, book fair,
Mm.
in which there come people from all over the world. We have people from many different countries. For example, I think the last year the country was, there's always an invited country, and last year was India.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of Indians came to the fair, and yeah, it's quite interesting. And they have always like food from those countries, right? For example, last year they
Mm.
had like, oh, I forgot the name of the dishes, but yeah, they have like things from that country. And what else we have? It's a really big city, and we have I don't know if you know anything about mariachi.
I don't know. Tell me more. Mariachi?
Mariachi, yeah, it's like a kind of music, but the interesting thing
Mm.
about the mariachi is that the people dress like, yeah, exactly like,
Ah, we have
how can I
this. We
say
have this here.
really? Do you have that
Yes. In
really?
some restaurants.
Yeah, actually, there are many things. For example, do you know the Manila? It's called the Manila tamarind.
Tamarind?
Manila tamarind.
This one?
But Manila, yeah, but
Uh,
Manila tamarind. Exactly that one.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
we have
one.
that here.
Actually, that one comes from Mexico. It's
Oh,
from this
seriously?
specific. Yeah, but everybody calls it Manila tamarind, which is funny.
But we have that too.
Yeah,
And
actually,
we
I
call
think
that
in the Spanish,
camachile.
oh, we call them guamuchil.
Mm?
Almost similar, guamuchil.
Mm. Okay, what about this
Guamuchil.
fruit?
Yeah, well, there are many of those here in Guadalajara, and I know
Mm.
it's really good. I just remember because in non-Spanish countries they call that Manila tamarind.
Uh,
And what else we have here? We have guayabas. I don't know if you have guayabas there.
guava.
Guava, yeah, right. Guava. We call them guayabas. I'm not sure if I think
Yes, we
they
say
are
that too here.
guayaba.
Bayaba. Oh, no, 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 it's
Yeah,
different. We say bayaba.
Vaya, guayaba. It sounds like someone trying to pronounce guayaba, but in in a really funny way. Yeah,
Okay.
but we have them. Do you like them?
Yes, it's very rich in vitamin C.
Yeah.
Although to some, it's a bit stinky, but I
Really?
like the smell.
I think the only thing that I don't like about it is like the how do you
Seeds.
say? Yeah, exactly. They are like really difficult to eat, right? It's like
And when you bite them,
yeah,
it's like your tooth's gonna break.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not. I like them. I like the flavor, but it's sometimes I don't like to how do you say when you chaw? There was a word
Chew?
for it.
You don't like
Chew,
to
exactly.
chew on
Yeah,
it? Mm.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I
But I
see.
like the
Why,
flavor.
why don't you just take out the seeds? But the flavor is in the seeds, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm in the mood for a guava, but sometimes I'm not. I
I
know how to
see.
explain. It's sometimes it's really difficult to explain things like that, their language. Well, in my case, I know how to say that in Spanish, but it doesn't have the same feeling in English. I know sometimes I have the idea in my
Uh-huh.
mind, but
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I can't say that.
yeah. Yes. So, but at least you're trying, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it you
that's why
can't
we
really
are
convey the
here.
same idea. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
feeling.
Yeah, it's something really, really difficult. But yeah, I'm trying to breathe and say, okay, let me think to rephrase it.
But there really are some words that don't have an equivalent in English.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
actually, I like to watch American videos. Well, American, mm,
Documentaries.
well, more like news sites.
Mm-hmm.
There's one particular that I like. It's called Vox. Do you know it?
Books?
Box. Box.
I
It's
don't know.
Box. And there was a video about language, about how the language
Mm,
evolves, right? And
mm.
evolves. And it's with B. B like
Ah, Vox. Yeah, yeah, I know.
Vox.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Vox. It's a website.
Uh-huh.
And there was a video about like how in different culture, different words arise for different concepts, right? And for
Mm-mm.
example, I think in Russian, they don't
Mm-hmm.
have a word for pink, right? For them, the pink is just a different shade of red.
Mm-mm.
And there are other places that doesn't have like a word for blue because probably they don't have a lot of contact with the ocean, for example.
Mm-mm.
And it's kind of like interesting how just a small set of colors arise just naturally,
Mm-mm.
and as the civilization start to develop, they like start giving names to different shapes that are not as common, right?
Mm-mm.
And that way of thinking, since you don't have a word for those colors,
Mm-mm.
it's like not as easy as think about them if you don't have that word for if you don't have a word for them.
Mm-mm.
And also I watched another video in which they explained that there was a language, I don't remember which one, in
Mm-mm.
which for all the directions, for example, instead of saying right or left or
Mm-mm.
how do you say in front, well, front or something
Straight.
like that,
Mm-mm.
straight,
Mm-mm.
they don't have a word for that. And instead of doing that, they express everything with cardinality. So they say north towards the north, or towards the east, or towards the east. So since they don't have a word for that, they are really good at locating themselves. So they are good at spatial intelligence and all that kind of
Spatial.
thing.
Yeah.
Spatial, exactly. And
Uh-huh.
since we don't need to use those words as common as as often,
Mm-mm.
we probably don't have that sense as developed as they have.
Aha, very Noam Chomsky, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Probably it comes from his studies, but
Mm-mm.
yeah, that's why I like.
Yeah, like he studied about the Eskimos, and interestingly, they have 50, around 50 words for snow. And
Really?
yes, and he says that, of course, culture,
Mhm.
well, sculpts language, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
there's a huge correlation between the two.
Yeah, since they have to express everything,
Mm-mm.
well, their daily activities involves snow.
Mm-mm.
They have to come up with many words for it, right? But
Yes.
since in Spanish, I think we have like really few things and there are many things that we don't that in English, for example, that doesn't have an equivalent word in Spanish. For
Like
example, for
technology.
snow related, yeah,
Oh, for
technology.
snow. Yeah,
Well, also for technology, yeah.
yeah. Exactly. And what else? Asians, for example, have a lot of, vocabulary for rice.
Oh yeah.
How about you? Do you eat rice
Well,
often?
I think yeah, it's actually we eat a lot of rice in our popular foods
Mm.
in our popular dishes. but it's different,
Mm,
right? I think
uh-huh.
in Asian countries, their rice is like white,
Yes,
but
white.
usually we combine it with tomato, and usually our rice is like more like orange red. So
Ah,
that's one difference. I'm not sure if you
okay.
eat it like that,
I
but
ate that.
okay, okay.
I forgot that one. Valenciana, something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
paella.
love that very
It's the
much. How do you spell
yeah,
it in
paella.
your
It's P. Well,
arroz?
I'm not sure if
Arroz.
Rosa la Valenciana.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
like that. My grandmother can cook this really, really well.
Is that a popular dish in the Philippines?
In the rural areas, not
Oh,
anymore
okay.
in the city. Yeah, like it's very Americanized in Manila. Yeah,
Oh, it looks
I
nice.
like that.
Actually, it looks kind of like a
Is
paella.
this your rice? Paella. Ah, yeah.
Paella, yeah, it's kind of similar.
We say paella.
Paella. Yeah. It's always funny how the words like start evolving, right? It's just like the kind of
Exactly.
like the similar, but it's I don't know if you can understand things in different languages. For example, I can understand pretty much everything in Portuguese, even if I don't know
Oh, really?
anything about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, if I hear someone speaking in Portuguese, I can understand like 80% of what they're saying.
Seriously?
And
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of the same language, just like small things that I
your
kind of don't
cousins.
get it. Yeah, and I think actually in Tagalog, I think I understand almost like a 30% probably. Well, no,
Mm.
probably less than that, but
You won't
sometimes
get
I understand.
lost in the city
Yeah.
then. Oh,
It,
okay.
were you born in Manila? Sorry, I don't
Yes.
know why I'm.
A Manila
Okay,
girl.
Manila.
Hmm.
There's a song, right, that is called like that, Manila Girl, or
Oh
no?
yeah, I think
No, I'm not sure.
so, but
I
I'm
just
not
thought,
sure. We have a lot of songs here. Yeah.
yeah. What's the most popular singer in Manila?
We're very, we have this crab mentality. Like we love a lot of American, well, singers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't know many Filipino singer?
Local, yeah, not much.
No. Oh, okay.
Very few, but like the way they sing, their style is very much westernized.
Yeah, it's the same here.
Yeah.
We don't
Mhm.
sing like mariachi anymore. Well, a few bands, but I don't think it's not as common. Everybody sings
Uh-huh.
like the same kind of stuff, but in Spanish, right? It's just like
Mm.
rock, pop, which is good.
Yeah.
I really love that genre, but yeah, I don't know.
Genre.
It's genre, genre,
We
genre,
don't say genre. It's a little bit
genre,
French, that sort of thing.
genre.
Yeah, that's it. Good. You're able to guess it right. Okay. Yeah.